Donald Trump recently stated that Iran's military power is entirely gone, that there is nothing left. Satellite imagery and surface-level assessments often support this conclusion, as anything exposed to the open sky can be identified and eliminated through air superiority. The U.S. military possesses a specific answer to underground fortifications, the GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator, or MOP. This 30,000-pound bunker buster was engineered to destroy targets buried deep within the earth. This cross-section demonstrates the scale of that power. While a standard bomb impacts at a shallow depth, the GBU-57 drills down through 60 meters of reinforced concrete before its warhead detonates. This capability relies on a specific mathematical assumption. A problem arises when the target is protected by natural materials rather than concrete and sits far below that 60-meter limit.
Within the Yazd mountain range, Iran has constructed the Granite Bastion, a hidden missile city buried inside the peaks of this rugged terrain. Moving an entire theater of war half a kilometer underground renders surface-level military assessments obsolete. The Yazd Mountains are composed of solid granite formed roughly 300 million years ago. Ancient, naturally compressed granite is exponentially denser and more resistant to kinetic impact than man-made reinforced concrete. Starting at the surface, we mark the absolute maximum reach of the GBU-57 bunker buster at 60 meters. Below that detonation point, the mountain provides 440 meters of solid granite armor. The facility sits 500 meters down, creating a massive mathematical gap between weapon and target. To reach this depth, a weapon would need to maintain kinetic energy through millions of tons of stone. The mountain absorbs that energy within seconds of impact, rendering conventional bunker busters ineffective. The geography itself functions as an impenetrable shield, absorbing a multi-million-dollar strike like a surface scratch. Beneath that ceiling of rock, the facility operates as a complete military ecosystem. Maintaining operations at this depth requires an entirely enclosed internal railway system winding through subterranean corridors. This railway moves heavy, volatile ballistic munitions through the base, keeping the hardware mobile and hidden from daylight. The architectural layout features multiple tunnel exits located on entirely different geographic faces of the mountain. If a targeted strike blocks one exit, the internal railway redirects the payload to an alternate, unobstructed opening miles away. The internal anatomy of the missile city guarantees continuous operational capability, regardless of what happens on the surface. This infrastructure supports a second strike doctrine, the ability for a military installation to survive an initial apocalyptic attack and fire back. In a scenario where an enemy achieves total air supremacy and ravages the surface landscape, the deep subterranean cavern remains untouched. While the surface burns, the internal railways would push ballistic missiles to the remaining exits for a retaliatory launch. These capabilities suggest that traditional metrics used to declare a military decimated are increasingly unreliable. Modern military strength is no longer defined by what is visible to satellites or displayed in surface-level parades. The strategic balance remains fixed by the central equation: 60 meters of offensive penetration versus 500 meters of ancient granite defense. Iran's most dangerous military assets have achieved a form of mathematical immunity by moving to a depth where current weapons simply cannot reach.